Today we're testing out probably the largest solar panel that I've tested out so far, and it's a very unique one at that. This is the BougeRV CIGS 200 watt thin film flexible solar panel. And I'm going to tell you why this one can be put into permanent installations when we come back. Alright folks, welcome back. So what we got here is a very large, very long, flexible solar panel. Now in the past, these panels, flexible ones, have generally not been seen as something you're going to keep out full time. They tend to wear down faster, they break down faster, but they're also very convenient for certain installations. A flexible solar panel can go where a normal rigid solar panel can't. Boat users, RV users have been using them for years. They just need to be replaced a little more often because they used to break down a lot quicker. Now this one isn't afraid of extreme weather, emergency conditions, whatever. And this particular technology and use in this is popular with utility scale installations like building integrated photovoltaics. Those are basically PV rooftops. You know, the rooftop of your building is a solar panel basically. So you can take a panel like this and shape it around what you need it to go around. Makes it a little bit easier for installation. But that's where the similarity to normal thin film panels ends with this one. This one is a CIGS thin film tech. Okay, what does CIGS stand for? It's CIGS. It's copper, indium, gallium selenide. It's new thin film solar technology that, unlike silicon-based solar cells, is more flexible, stable, durable, and light sensitive and lasts much longer. So this kind of CIGS panel will last you with peace of mind for a really long time. I have always kind of been cagey about installing any kind of flexible solar panel for long term. Don't get me wrong, they're great for quick installations. I've used them on ham radio events, you know, where maybe field day where I roll out a panel and throw it on the ground and plug it into my battery box and I'm ready to go. But for long term, they've never really had the durability. This one is far more durable using that CIGS technology and can give you peace of mind for a long-term benefits. Now the CIGS thin film solar cells in this can achieve 360 curvature without cracks and can fit any kind of roof system or whatever. So if you have an uneven roof or whatever, this does, by the way, we'll get into that in a minute, have double stick tape on it. It is extremely good double stick tape. You could actually take this and stick it to the roof of your vehicle, to the roof of your house, whatever, and install it that way. So there's no need to hassle with nails or brackets or anything. On the back of it, and I don't know if you can see it here, but on the back is this double stick tape. Those brown rows there are double stick tape. Now I'm going to lay this out. I know this is kind of boring for an intro, but I'm going to lay it out and let you see what it's all about. So these are 70% lighter and 95% thinner than your average solar panel. Now, in partial shade or low light conditions, the outputs from CIGS panels remain stable and almost twice that of monocrystalline solar panels. Therefore, you get higher stability and more power for your PV system. And the nice part is you can put this on the roof of your house, your carport, whatever, and be secure that this thing isn't going to die in 2 or 3 years or get damaged by the sun. So this is perfect for you, you know, if you have a big battery and a charge control and you're slowly been building up your system. Something like this is perfect for you to get started with for one panel without having a hassle of having to connect multiple panels together, and way cheaper than buying 200 watt panels. So I think the biggest and most important thing is it'll bend and not crack. I've had flexible panels in the past crack on me, smaller ones than this, but I've had them crack. And if you can see this here, this is almost a rubbery kind of coating on it. We will move in close when we take this outside and lay it flat, and I'll let you see what it looks like up close. So it is super lightweight for a 200 watt panel, about 6 pounds, IP68 waterproof. So what we're going to do today is I'm currently, if you hear the little fan in the background, I'm currently running down a power station. I'm not running it down very far. I just want to see how far I can get it from, say, 97 or 96 or 98 up to 100% using this panel. Okay, so we're going to lay it down outside. I'm going to give you a closer look at it. I'm going to show you the controllers here, which are the MCC connectors, the connectors, not controllers. And of course, they do have a really nice charge control that you can purchase for this. We're not using the charge control today because we're using the Powerbank's internal battery management system to charge it up. But I am going to be doing a separate review later on in the week, later on this week or next week, on the charge control. I have that coming up. So definitely check out BougeRV for everything that you could possibly want in solar. They are very affordable. Now, normally something like this would be pretty darn expensive, right? Well, it's expensive, but it's not all that bad. And I'll tell you about the deals, and I have it in my Amazon store. You can check it out. I'll tell you about the deals in a second and the coupons. But let's get it outside and let's demo it and have a little bit more exciting shot than this one. All right, so this is what it looks like standing outside here. You can see you have the MCC connectors on the end there, and they are on the top, so you won't have to deal with them sticking out underneath. They're just right on the top there. And again, it's IP68 waterproof, dustproof, so they'll be safe up there, no issues at all. I'm going to give you a quick look at the pattern of the panel itself. Let me see if I can move in a little bit here. So you can kind of see what it looks like up close and personal. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to be plugging in my EcoFlow River charge control, my EcoFlow River power station, and it's got to be down to 90 something. And we're going to take this together here. Now remember, you do need to get the correct connectors for this, and I have some more connectors on order, so this will power more of my power stations. And that's what I'm going to be using this for, is for charging up power stations way quicker than a 100-watt foldable panel. But I do have some more connectors coming for it with the MCC adapter to the Anderson power poles and that. But for now, we're just going to use this to charge up the EcoFlow River because I already had that connector. I'm going to see how fast this thing really works and what it pulls in. Now, it's not in perfect sunlight out here, but again, this type of solar panel, the CIGS solar panel, is designed, even when it's partially shaded, to still pull in a ton of power. So with the EcoFlow River, we will be able to see what kind of power we're getting in on it. So give me a second to set that up, and I'll put you down on the ground here, and we will check it out. So we had a bit of a setback, but it's okay. The EcoFlow River is only rated for 25 volts in. This was putting out 27 already. So a little too high for that. So I've got the Opus power station down there. That's the 1600 watt one. And what we're doing is, as you can tell, I've got a little heat gun running there. And I'm just going to run it down to 97, 98, just to show you how quick this can charge it up. I tried a little bit, and I had it down to 99, and I'm like, that's good enough for the video. I plugged the panel in, and within seconds, it was like 118 watts, boom, done, 100%. I was like, okay, so I got to draw it down a little bit more. So I'll bring you back when that's ready to show. All in all, pretty efficient system. Again, we're not in direct sunlight. It is kind of cloudy out here, and the sun, even though it looks like it's coming up that way, is really more, let me point this way, over this way. So let me get this set up for you, and I will show you exactly how this works once it's ready. All right. Forgive my shaky hand, but I don't have a tripod that's this low. So as you can tell, we're at 97%. There's the panel. I did angle it up a little bit to catch a little more sun from the box it came in. We're going to go plug it in now. I did find an adapter, even though I have more adapters on the way. I did find an adapter for this barrel connector. I'll plug it in and watch it go. As you can see, it is charging. 93, 88. Like I said, it isn't in direct sunlight right now, so we're going to let this sit here and charge up and see how well we can get it. And I'm also going to play around with the panel a little bit to see if I can get it in more optimum sun. The sun is coming out right now, so there is 100. It just came up a little bit brighter. So it is kind of like, the best way to describe it would be this way. So I'm going to turn the panel that way and see if I can get in more power. All right, bring you back when this is all done. All right. So we're at 99%, that's 3% up. I put it out here at 627, it is now 632. That's pretty darn good. It's still not getting 200 watts because it's not in the direct sun, and now I'm blocking it sort of, and the clouds are going over the sun. But I had it up to 142, and then got 151, so it definitely will perform. I just don't have, the clouds are right over the sun right now. It seems to be every time I'm demoing a solar panel that happens. But as you can tell, it's doing pretty good. Now we're getting more bright sunlight, and there we go, up to 101, 109. Yeah, I got it up to 151 was the highest I got it. But the clouds are kind of passing over the sun. Let me turn that back on again. There's 110. So you can see it definitely works pretty well. In that short amount of time, we are almost full. So I'm going to bring it back inside. We're going to finish up the video, and I'll tell you what I think of it and where you can pick it up and the kind of deals that are on it. So I think we're just going to leave this out here for now and show it to you instead of trying to put it back up on the desk so you can see all of it. That's a pretty big panel. We'll get into the measurements in a second. But when you think about it, you got 6 hours in direct sunlight. That's going to give you 1,200 watt hours per day. Now again, I wasn't in direct sunlight, and of course I had the clouds passing over the sun every time I go and shoot the video, but it did get up to about 151 watts even with that. Now, when I put normal 100 watt panels out here, sometimes when that happens I get like 30 or 40 watts, so it's definitely performing above what it normally would. Now, how much do these run? Let's talk about that really quick, because there's two types. There's the 100 watt version of this, and that's $259, and at my link there on Amazon, you will click that little coupon underneath the price. There's a little box, and you can save 50% when you apply that coupon. Now remember, that's for today. If you're watching this video a month from now and it's not there anymore, you don't have to leave a comment. It's just a temporary coupon. Okay, same with the 200 watt one. The 200 watter is $519.99. I know that's a little expensive, but again, you're going to get that coupon, that little checkbox down there for $50 off. So you're still going to get a pretty good deal, and you got a panel that's going to last as long as a normal glass solar panel, and you can mount it pretty much anywhere with the double stick tape on the back. So I got to say, it's really a nice panel, and I really like it. And I think it's going to be my, during emergency times, my charger for one of my power stations, pretty much. It'll probably be living out here during emergency times and right in the sunlight. I'll probably move it a little bit further down the driveway, or I can mount it on the side behind my fence on the side there where there's sun constantly. So with CIGS thin film technology, you're getting definitely a whole lot more life out of this, more power, and more efficiency. So let's give you the stats really quick. Maximum power voltage, 25 volts. Maximum current amp, 8.02. Open circuit voltage is 31.5. Short circuit, 8.64 amps. Dimensions, 25.4 inches by 78.7 inches by 0.06 inches thick. Really thin. Your max system voltage would be 1000 DC, and the weight on this really isn't bad. Consider carrying a 200 watt panel around in the back of your car. Pretty heavy. This one, 6.68 pounds. So like I said, down below, the links will be there from Amazon. They're in my store already, and you can save some money on it. It is cheaper on Amazon than on their site, so definitely check it out. Might as well save a few bucks. Can't hurt. This is definitely a buy once, cry once type situation. They are a little more expensive than your run-of-the-mill folding solar panels that are used to recharge your power stations, but they're definitely more efficient and definitely a whole lot easier to use. And they won't die on you, they won't crack, they won't break. So I'm really liking it so far. I've been messing around with it for a couple days now, and I'm going to be charging up some more stuff with it. Once I get my Anderson connectors that go from the MC4 connectors to Anderson, we're going to try it with a bigger power station that uses the Anderson power poles. I suspect I lost a little bit of efficiency using that barrel plug, so we will be trying that in the future and see how well that works as well. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Links will be down below for this. You can get the 100 or the 200 watt panel down there. Don't forget to check out all our other links, our Amazon store, which these will be in, as well as our Thrive Life food store down there, our freeze-dried wholesale store. If you're interested in getting stocked up on food, you can save 15% just by using my link and get freeze-dried wholesaler food, as well as our My Patriot Supply link, and that's preparewithiridium.com. We got a 3 months worth of food supply there on sale right now for $150 off, so definitely check them out. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.